What if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.
Vino, what you know? What's up, man? We are back, man. Another week, and I'm back. I got my man today. Get this D from the Shop Talk 7 podcast, man. Before I get to my man Dennis, bro, let me go ahead and explain to y'all, man. We went as a group yesterday. It was me, homegirl Nikki of Nikki Sleek Designs, and Tiffany of Tiffany's Closet to Urban Trivia in Chicago, Southside High Park at the Promontory. Yo, man, I tell you what, they really know how to do it, man. If y'all ever hear about Urban Media, bro, y'all really check them out, man, because they've put on a show, man. It's a game show. It started out as a game, and they made it into a game show. And this thing, man, was off the chain, bro. I had a ball. I acted beside myself. If anybody tells you that they saw me there, don't listen to them. I didn't see nobody I knew. Anyway, man, without further ado, man, my guy, man, my man D Smith. My man,
Hey,
what's up, bro?
hey, what's good? What's good, man? V know
It's
what you
all
know.
good, man.
V
VNO.
know what you know.
VNO,
You
what you
said
know.
V know what you know, boy. Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna have everybody doing that, man, when they come through
Have
this.
everybody gang banging, boy.
Right.
How you
But
doing, man?
pretty good, bro. Pretty
Good,
good, man. I
good.
cannot complain, man. I really can't, bro. It's been a good day. I'm trying out. Y'all have to be just be, gentle with me. I'm trying out a new platform here, man. So I've had a couple hiccups. So that's the first couple minutes of the show was, man. But it's rolling now. We
Yeah,
rolling
yeah.
now. I'm all good, man.
We in there now.
We in there now,
Yeah,
bro.
we in there now.
Look, man, I got to meet y'all, man. It's in life, you get I think I did a live or a show, I believe, and I talked about uh how one good decision. Oh, it was my show with Zell Cross, man, my man Zell. So
What
I
up,
say
Zell?
when you make one good decision, how it can roll off and be like it can turn into other good things happening in your life. So a good decision that I made, man, was I paid $100 to go to an entrepreneurship conference, man, because I wanted to invest in myself. And there's been a series of good things happening ever since I did that. I met Nikki Spiller of Nikki Sleek Designs at that entrepreneurship conference, and from there, she brought me over to the shop,
Wow.
to Shop Talk 7, man. And from there, I've been dude. I can't even count how many people I've met in the shop, man. The talented individuals, man. Just people that can rap, sing, comedians, BBWs of Chicago.
You know, business people.
Right, reality show, man.
You know, yeah.
These people, man, are what's my girl's name, man? That's on BBWs of Chicago. Her uh
Red
uh
Waters.
no, not Red. Red's oh man,
Oh,
Red is
Queen
a
J
trip.
Ashari.
Huh?
Queen J Ashari.
Not Queen J.
Okay.
The one that was in the shop that night, man. I
Marley.
do huh? Marley,
Marley.
yeah. Marley
Marley.
Caprice,
Marley
man. Marley
Caprice. Yeah.
Caprice, bro.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
she's off the chain, man. And I dude,
Yeah.
just watching these people, man, she's crazy. but you watch her and she really is into her craft. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
we was sitting there watching backstage and she was back there twerking and like she
Mm-hmm.
was she was back there moving. But bro, when the show came back on, she's like, boom, man, she went right back into it. And
Yeah,
it's like,
Marty's
yeah,
smart.
bro.
She's
Yeah.
intelligent. She's funny.
Yeah,
You brought
man.
it back.
Yeah, man. But bro, it's a pleasure. We ain't talking about nobody else tonight. We talking about Mr. D. Smith. Get this D.
This is finna be weird. This is finna be
Pause.
weird. This is finna be weird. I don't get interviewed. We usually do the interviews. So
Bro,
this is new.
y'all are intelligent, man. You and the other half, Mr. Media Monix, man. We
Yes, sir.
tried to get in contact. You tried to get in contact with him tonight,
Hmm.
man. It was last minute type stuff, man. So I will for sure, man. I gotta have my man Monix on.
Oh
But
yeah.
can you tell the people? You know what? Forget about telling the people, man. You know what I want to do? I want to show the people. So y'all
Okay.
check this out.
We all us brothers, we got, and y'all blessed with this to do this. And I'm y'all brother. Whatever y'all got going on, I got going on. I might can't get on here and do what y'all doing. But I'm supporting whatever bro them going on. My stuff won't be a reflection of y'all. Whatever y'all got
Can
going
they
on this
see it?
episode, I'm putting it up there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cost
Okay.
me
Okay.
no money.
Now, you don't
I
really
thought I was
got
gonna
you
be
don't
able to
really
see
got
it
to
on
answer
my
this
end.
question.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh no, you probably can't see it, bro. Y'all that was a Shop Talk 7 original, man. I was taking some footage, bro, and just that night, man, Kinfo came through, and bro, it was I had to set up a camera. I think I went on, but I was more interested in setting up a camera and getting this footage, man. A lot of the stuff that I got was like things that weren't actually on the show. Can you
Hmm.
explain what Shop Talk 7 is for the people that don't know? If you don't know, you need to know.
So shout out to Media Monix, man. Shop Talk 7 is his brainchild. Um, he started it a couple years ago during the pandemic is when he started the radio show. But Shop Talk 7 as a brand was started at IMS, Illinois Media School, about I want to say 20. I don't know. You have to dig with him. He'll give you the exact details of when it got started.
Okay.
But it started as a place for him to kind of have his vent sessions.
Yeah.
For some of the things he was going through. He was having some physical issues.
Yeah.
So he used, and he's a very intelligent person. So it's very difficult for him to find people that he could, you know, chop it up with. And
Right.
so he created Shop Talk 7 as a place for him to just kind of have his vent sessions. And over the years, he's had different co hosts. I'm the latest co host. I've been on for about uh, just over a year. Shit, it's been damn near a year and a half almost. Um, but yeah, we just kind of been rocking and rolling. We started in June of uh, last year, 2022, and we just been building ever since, man. And so we started out heavy on the talk side, me and him chopping it up and kind of bouncing off of each other. Um, and then we got off into the music, of course. The music has always been there.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, the shop is really the shop. It
Yeah.
really does have that feel. Some of everybody comes through here.
Yeah.
Um, our show in particular. We're on Monday through Friday, 7 to 9, prime time.
Yeah.
Um, and we connect with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a place where you're going to bump into somebody.
Bro, talent,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
All I see is bro, talent. I was in there with Smooch, man. And I got a Smooch is coming on the VNO, bro,
Smooch.
and checking out some of his Smooch is a singer. He's an R&B singer slash
Hmm.
comedian, which Monix said he not. Was that you or Monix? I think it was Monix that said he wasn't comfortable listening to Smooch's music in front of.
It's probably Monix. That's not something Monix would say.
Right. He said, bro, you could play it, but I'm not listening to it. I'm not talking to you about your music, man, because he said it's like I don't feel comfortable. Bro, Monty's got some crazy views, man. Like
Yeah, he
it's
does.
not crazy, man. It's just thought provoking. It's
Yeah.
thought provoking,
And he
but
says what's on his mind. So
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people can't
yes,
deal with that because he's
yeah,
blunt. Um, he is a self-proclaimed shock jock, so he specializes in saying things that'll push people's buttons.
yeah,
I've had to learn to deal with it, which I think is one of the things that he appreciates.
Yeah.
Um, and also one of the things that kind of keeps the show authentic because me
Right.
and him have had clashes on air. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, it's not big, but we've had disagreements where me and him have had to hammer home our points,
Yeah.
um, and we've had a lot of growing to do.
Yeah.
So for me, this has been an experiment in or an exercise in growth.
Yeah.
You know, dealing with having to humble yourself, um, and also learning the ropes and learning the environment, learning the people, learning the system, the environment. So it's definitely been a learning curve, but it's been a great learning curve.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I say that God has really been bringing me to people, certain people, man, cutting out certain people in my life, even people that I meet, man. It's like if they bogus, man, if their spirit's not right, it's like
Hmm.
they leaving me real quick. And
Yeah,
like I I got to meet you guys, man, at a pivotal point in my life, man, and y'all have helped me tremendously, man. If nothing else, to think. You know what I mean?
appreciate that.
But yeah, no problem, man. Because y'all are some thinkers, man. Y'all are intelligent black men, bro, which need to be on full display in today in today's society. And y'all really like even I say what Monica says is crazy, man. But a lot of times, like it's shocking. But if you actually think about a lot of things that you say too, man, I didn't get time, but I wanted to grab some of your Facebook posts that you put up, man. I swear, bro. Like a lot of times, I have to stop and pull over just to like read it, and sometimes I answer it, and it's like I can't just answer with one line. It's in depth type stuff,
Hmm.
and y'all show really, like you said, it's the shop. You talk, man, but really, what I really love is that y'all are really highlighting uh local talent. And I say local, but Chicago local. But these people, man, are about to blow. Like, bro, somebody very soon. They already there, but I'm talking about blow where the whole world know. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's cities that know them.
Hmm.
It's major
Yep.
cities that know them. It's major states that know them. But I'm talking about, man, these people are talented to the level that the world is going to know them. Monix was just talking about the other day. I think you guys actually had a conversation about like, man, we really need to like be writing this stuff down because
Hmm.
like 10 years
Documenting
from
it.
now, yeah, this is gonna be like that book, like people writing book about Biggie, like talking about when man, we was just kicking it together. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? All of a sudden, he just blew up. You know what I mean? But people felt it, the right people felt it in the air. And a
Yeah.
lot of people I'm in that space with, man, I'm like, dang, bro, they one good promoter away from hitting.
Yeah.
From
Yeah. And
hitting.
Shop Talk 7 is definitely and I try to be humble.
Mm.
I try to be humble. I still call myself the new guy around here. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Even though I'm one of the station managers, um, I'm now the host of Shop Talk 7. I run the board. I'm the producer of Shop Talk 7.
yeah.
I do all the booking. Um, it's a lot.
It's
So
a lot of work.
yeah.
A
I've
lot of
actually,
work.
I've stepped in and taken, taking the reins a little bit, and I
Yeah,
thank Monix for that because he saw fit to allow me on his platform and allow me to express myself.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he's even challenged me in a lot of ways. So a lot of um, a lot of everything you see on camera is authentic. It's not me and him trying to play a role. It's not me and him trying to be cute for the cameras. If we disagree with each other, you will see it.
mm.
When we agree, you see it. When we disagree with other people, you see it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So it's definitely an authentic place for men, especially, to come and talk. You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And man, we hit some real issues. Y'all check this one out, man. I think I showed you the yeah, y'all check this one out.
You know what I'm saying? Your family, they used to you.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, I said this before too. Jesus wasn't the prophet in his own home.
Sure.
He just got through healing people with his robe in Jerusalem. He went to Galilee, where he from. You just a carpenter's son. That's a 2,000-year-old man,
Hey,
bro.
bro, dropping dropping bars, man. I don't. Did you get to see that one?
Uh-uh.
You didn't? Okay, that's the one that he was talking about. How like we were, you guys were talking. I think I wasn't in on the conversation where Kinfolk was talking about like, you know, being mad, like certain people being mad because, like, you know, your boy you grew up with, he didn't come to your show. You know, he
Oh,
said
about
he's gonna
support.
come, or your
Yeah.
friend said he not gonna come, and he was just telling them like, bro, Jesus didn't even get recognition in his
Hmm.
own town, in his
Yeah.
own city. You
Yeah.
know, so what makes you think that y'all are? You know what I'm saying? So, uh, that
And
dude
Monik
just
says that often. Monik says that often. We have the conversation a lot because we are talking with a lot of artists, and a lot of times the conversation of support comes up, and that's definitely a point that gets hammered home a lot. Even with the show, even with Shop Talk Seven,
yeah,
um, we support a lot of artists, and sometimes we may not get the same support back um,
mm,
because of the way we operate
yeah,
as a show. Um, so a lot of people may not take it for what it is,
mm,
so they may take it for granted
yeah,
because we're not knocking them upside the head, you know, um, charging up the ass for people to come on our show.
mm,
Um, we network with a lot of people. We genuine people.
yeah,
So people that
yeah,
come through the shop are coming through because they genuinely want to come through. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? There are no, and it's genuinely an ecosystem here. It's an atmosphere here.
yeah,
So in addition to the other shows here, Shop Talk 7 definitely brings a different environment, a different vibe. I've been told that a lot of times. And it's mainly because it's an authentic relationship. You
yeah.
know,
No, no doubt,
when,
no
when
doubt.
Midas
Yeah,
gets on
it
my
is.
nerves, when I get on his nerves, he tells me. When he gets on my nerves, I tell him, you know what I'm saying? I think we understand each other and we work well together. And we
Yeah.
both have the same goals.
Y'all do, man. He said, "What? How many co-hosts did he go through before y'all was divinely put together?"
Man, he said about, I'm gonna lowball it. I'm gonna lowball it and say about six,
Yeah,
and that's
I
lowballing
believe
it.
it. I
Yeah, that's
believe it.
lowballing.
I
You know.
believe it, bro. He'll look you in your face and state something real, and he'll wait for your response because he
Yeah.
want to hear your response. He don't just be talking. He want to have a conversation about it. I can
Oh yeah.
see if you're an emotional person, man, and you don't want to use your brain, automatically your emotions can get involved and say you can say, man, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard, man. He said the other day, and I think this is some behind the scenes footage. He said, man, my girl cheat on me, man. What you said? If somebody come tell me, he said, I look them dead in the face, be like, man, what you gonna tell me something like that for?
Yeah. Trying to fuck up my home.
Right. He said, if you're gonna bring me some problems, you better bring me some solutions.
Right.
but
Yeah.
but
But
hey, that's
that's an
real, man.
example.
Like for real, dude. Sometimes you just in life, that's a nuance to life. Sometimes you just don't want to know certain things, man. We just not prepared to know. We say we want to know until we
Hmm.
find out. And then
Hmm.
we realize if you really think about that and push your emotions aside and what everybody else is doing, everybody else will tell you, of course you want to know if your significant other. But I mean, like, maybe you don't.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe you don't.
And once you've been hurt enough times, once you've been through enough shit,
Yeah.
you kind of build up a callus to it. So it's like, man, what the fuck? Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna lose my energy into that.
Yeah, right. Right.
Like
It's
there's
some
worse
cats
things that
sitting in
can
jail
happen.
right now, man, that wish that their old lady wouldn't have told them that she cheated on them or they wouldn't
Yeah.
have found out.
Yeah, for real. For
Right?
real.
Yeah.
So man, one of the
Uh
other things that links us together is we've been through some shit. So
yeah,
we do have
okay.
some commonalities when it comes to certain points of view of things.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Even though there's a lot of things we may disagree on, there's a lot of things that we actually do agree on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this has been an exercise in conflict resolution. This has been an exercise in listening, being open minded.
Hmm.
This has been an exercise in um, 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 dealing with egos. Like
Oh,
I've had to wrestle with my ego because he has a huge ego.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knows it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's one of the reasons other co-hosts have maybe had issues dealing with him
Yeah.
because he does mean what he say. He stands on what he says. He knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that type of stance, he's difficult to deal with, especially when he gets on his horse.
Yeah.
So I've had to um, wrestle with my ego, you know, sitting next to him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I've had
Yeah.
to check myself a lot. So oftentimes found myself trying to figure out what a lesson is.
Yeah.
You know,
If you can, pull your camera up just a little bit for me. We changed views. I kind of cut the top of your head is cut off on
Okay,
on
my bad.
oh no, you all good. You all good.
That
It was
better?
I changed views. There we go. There we go.
Okay. Okay. There we go. I don't want to cut
Yeah.
them. I
Right,
don't want to be
yeah.
like
What I
this.
because you stating some wise stuff, man. I don't want to just have your mouth like this. Just-
Yeah, I don't want to be looking like this.
right.
Yeah, we'll get it up here. Yeah,
Uh
man.
how did you get into this, bro? Like how did you because I know we all start out, man. We have jobs to support the dream, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But as far as podcasting, bro, I walked into that studio and y'all are I always every time I say, man, this is like a real radio thing, you like, bro, it is radio. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying but like, man, y'all, you got that radio, like almost like you were formally trained, man. You keep the show moving, you know what I mean? And with Monix, man, he come in and he knows when to jump in, bro. It's this dynamic to these podcasts and these shows. People find out real quick that it's not easy. You know,
Hmm.
if you're not gifted with it or you haven't been trained in it, you can really lose people quickly. You know,
Hmm.
or
Just.
people will just talk about you. You ain't talking about nothing. You know what I mean? You're not
Hmm.
interesting at all. I still get caught up in my words and stuff like that, man. But y'all run it, bro. What kind of training did you have training or what's up with this? What did you start it at?
So, it's kind of a mixture of my life experience, to be honest with you. Here at the station, my radio Chicago, it has a heavy influence from IMS students. A lot of personalities went to IMS, Illinois Media School. Some of them still work there, including Shy Bliss, who's the owner, and also the host of the Morning Jump Off Show here Mondays through Fridays, every morning, 8 to 12, I think. Um, so there's a lot of people who actually went through IMS to get here. I started a podcast during the pandemic.
Okay.
I used to work with a media team, and one of the items was starting a podcast. So I started Get This D. Did a couple of episodes. Then the pandemic hit, and we ended up working and focusing on producing movies. So we did a few short films. Shout out to Taylor LaRue Media. Um, and then I ended up linking up with, um, well, sorry to rewind a little bit.
No,
I
you all
did
good.
internet radio for Blog Talk Radio. There's a station called Lawless Radio. So I hosted a show called Unchained Crew on Tuesday nights. I originally came on as a co-host. Um, I just prayed to God one day I wanted to get in the radio. It just happens that I was in a Facebook group with the person who owned Lawless Radio, and he was starting his show back up and was looking for a co-host. Put it in the group. I responded, and I came aboard, and that's where I kind of started learning some of the background things of running a show. I learned learned the internet board from him. Then I ended up having to do the show by myself, which is a whole nother training exercise. I had a crew, I had a team. It was two other ladies, and then him. Then it went from him. He left, ended up doing some other things. It was me and two other ladies. Um, they weren't as reliable, so it ended up being on me. So most of the shows, I would show up and it'd just be me, and there was nobody calling in. There was nobody to talk to. It was just me running a 2 hour show,
Yeah. 2 hours.
and 2 hours, and it kind of got weird at times. It kind of got kind of demoralizing. So I
Mhm.
used that time to practice. So I would play devil's advocate. I'd argue one point of a topic, and then come back and argue the other side to kind of present two
Yeah.
different sides to keep a conversation going by myself.
Right.
What that also ended up doing was expanding my way of thinking.
Okay.
So now
Right.
when it comes to having conversations, it's a little bit broader thinking. Fast
That's
forward,
dope.
um, one of my guests that was on that show ended up getting a show on her own called the LSO Treat Show. Um, so she had been going for a couple years, and then she ended up reaching out, wanting me to co-host with her. So now she's in New York. I'm co-hosting with her. Then an opportunity opens up with Monix, a friend of mine. Bumped into him. He was looking for co-hosts. Asked if she knew anybody. She mentioned me. I come on. She falls off. Me and him keep rocking, and boom, here we are.
That's dope. So y'all were a trio at first.
At first it was trio, yeah. First it was three of us.
What was that dynamic, man, with a female in the studio, like with you guys?
Um, it was okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right,
Hmm.
gonna be honest. Me and this female have a history. I had a history.
Okay.
So when things went wrong between me and her, it kind of started making the dynamic very, very weird.
Right.
But because I had already established a relationship with Monix and an understanding with Monix, um, we were able to kind of navigate these things. So I basically just threw my hands up and just like, hey, listen, I apologize. This is not what I'm trying to do. But it was kind of obvious. I really didn't have to do anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They kind of took themselves out of the equation. So I just sat back and let it happen.
So it just
Yeah, I just
I
sat back.
think
I literally just sat back and let it happen. Like, look, I don't
yeah,
got nothing to say.
yeah,
I'm only apologizing because my name was attached to it. But at the same time, you see what's going on. He
yeah,
made his decision. He could have easily told me no too, and I'm grateful he didn't, because he saw something in me.
yeah.
And thank God he did, and we've been building ever since.
T-
So,
Uh talent will your talent will tell on you, man. You know what I mean? Your work ethic will tell on you. And so you don't really I'm learning, man. That's a hard lesson for me in life, bro. You don't always have to say things. Just keep moving on how you're moving, man. And just know, put the work in, use your talent, and it don't matter, bro. Like things are gonna cross across your path. You might have to stop for a second, let them cross, and then you just keep it moving. And
that
when
is
you
very,
do that, bro,
that's very
uh,
cool. That's
yeah,
very,
things like that, man. It'll just fall off. It'll just fall off. It's sometimes easier said than done
oh yeah.
because you wanna put energy back into these people, man, that are trying to knock you off your square. But sometimes, man, it's not even worth it.
Well, it's
It's
your
not.
ego, your reputation. You're building a legacy for yourself, for your kids. Um, a lot of times you're taking a chance at things that you're new at. You know what I'm saying? And so you just can't give your energy to everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I'm starting to get to the point in life, man, too, where it's like if people bring me something, or if they don't bring me something, say they heard something about me and they don't even bring it to me, and knowing the person that probably told them, or the person that started it all, or the person that said it, and it's like, man, if don't even bring it to me, because if you believe them, I don't want to fool
Hmm.
with you anyway,
Yeah.
man. if you
Well,
if you don't, I'm not saying just believe them, I'm saying if you never came to me to talk to me about what that person said, then I'm not really trying to fool with you. So we
mhm.
all good, we all good. You
You
can
like
believe what
gossip.
you want to believe.
That
Huh?
means you like that means you like gossip.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
means if somebody give you some juice on somebody, rather than fact checking, and not that you should have to fact check it, but if you're gonna keep rocking with me, and you're gonna start rocking with me based off what somebody else said or an experience somebody else had with me, then I can't really rock with you like that. You
right, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like life happens. My energy towards you ain't gonna be the same towards somebody else because it's a different chemistry.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So maybe they earned what they got from me.
yeah, no doubt,
You know,
no doubt,
now they mad about it, so they gonna salt me up to whoever gonna listen.
right,
And if you're the type of person who's so unaware that you're gonna make yourself susceptible to somebody else's opinion of me without actually applying the human filter, which is you are a human being,
yeah,
you're likely, to blame as well.
yeah.
And I can't really, ain't nothing else for me to say.
Yeah, I ain't fooling with you, right?
Yeah,
Right. What are we
yeah.
talking about? I'm not
Right.
fooling with you. Uh, so you started this show with him. She fell off. When did you guys start playing local artists? Was he always playing local
He was
music
always
artists?
artists. Yeah, he was always playing local artists.
And
Uh,
that's basically what got him. I think he told me. I think he said because Monix was on the on Power 92. He's been on Media Monix. Been on what else? Power 92. I think he
mine,
said he was
he's on
on
106.3.
102. 106.3?
Mm-hmm. 106.3 FM on the Ownerships Club.
Okay.
Yep. So
And
he's got a much thicker resume in this than I do.
right,
I kind of because I also have professional experience in terms of work ethic and my work history and my IT background.
right,
Um, it also helps me in the radio situation because it helps me talk to people. When we have interviews, it helps me to ask questions that other people typically wouldn't ask. Um,
Yeah.
Me and Monix have conversations. I'm able to look at it from multiple standpoints. When it comes to running the board, there's a different approach I take to that and how I run the show. So,
Yeah.
see on the show in terms of when we run our commercials, when we come on, when we break, saying when we start the show, when we end the show, there's a certain approach that I take to that. There's a certain approach I take to um, the format of the show. We didn't always have this format, so
Yeah.
everything you're seeing now is not what it always was.
Right.
What I'm saying? It was not always there.
Yeah.
We
I-
didn't have merch. We didn't have shirts. There wasn't a row designs. There wasn't a SBO. We didn't have small business owners that we were rocking with and rocking with us.
yeah.
We didn't have nearly as many interviews. We weren't on every night of the week. So we started out with one night, then we moved to 2 nights, then we ended up moving to 3 nights, and then we went for the whole week.
Bro, how tiring is it to every night? I mean, 5 days a week, man. Uh it's a lot. I was and I still, man, they still my people, bro. They taught me how to do this, but Greg Gray and the crew, man, over at Dope Living TV Live, bro.
Shout out
They yeah, bro, they doing 5 days a week, bro. I do one day a week and it's still like, man, like I'm still like, man, I gotta hurry, man. I'm
man,
sure you get better with 5 days a week, but bro, takes a
bro,
lot.
dude. Um, Having run the show with Lawless Radio, at least gave me the confidence that I could run the show,
Yeah,
um, and the know-how in terms of the behind the scenes, handling calls, handling breaks, handling format, um, etiquette as well. Um, Going 5 nights a week, sleep sleep is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I work another job as well. So after I get
yeah,
off work, I come straight to the station, and then it's back to the radio side.
right.
Um, but oftentimes, because of the way the environment that we have at the shop, artists will come through, guests will come through before the show. They'll chop it up with us before the show. We'll sit back, hang out, talk, relax, maybe drink, maybe smoke a little bit, just
Mhm.
talk, whatever.
Yeah,
We'll have the show, and then a lot of times after the show, they come and hang out after the show.
right.
But as a shop talk after hours that we really should be recording, which would be a whole nother show. But they'll come in there, hang out, we'll parlay, we'll throw ideas out. A lot of times we end up being a think tank for a lot of artists, a meet and greet spot for a lot of artists who don't know each other.
Yeah,
Um, so there's a lot more to it than just a radio show and what you see on screen. There's a whole there's a whole environment going on outside of that, afterwards, before that, and once you start adding the other shows on the station to it
yeah,
and different days, now you got a whole different environment.
yeah,
So it really does become this bubbly, energetic space. It's a radio
yeah,
station. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
it definitely carries that feel. So we don't always look at it as work, even though it is a lot of work. And then when you add in going to events, like there's an event tonight, you know what I'm saying? There's events during the week that we have to
right.
show up at sometimes just to show support. Um, and just to connect and network and meet other people and, try to get outside of our network. And,
Yeah,
so that's work as well.
yeah.
So as long as you love what you're doing, you don't look at it as work.
Yeah, you do. When do you have like I was okay, I'm trying to push out 5 thoughts at once. I do this a lot.
Hmm.
But so one thing that I always get these one-liners, these Facebook stats in my head. You know what I mean? I kind of gather all my thoughts and spit them out in like these, a couple words. And one that I was gonna put up, and I hardly ever put them up. Sometimes I just write them down for myself. But as I watch you guys, as I watch these guys from last night, man, with Urban Trivia, because I watch these cats, man, go from, I've been following them kind of when they started,
Hmm.
and it wasn't nobody really coming to the events like that. And bro, anybody that think that doesn't bother a person, you put all your time and energy into something, and then you get there and nobody's there. and then it gets better. Everybody sees the good side of it. They see when it gets better because they were at the event. So it's like, man, it was packed in there. So it's easy for me to say sit, but they don't know what these people have gone through to
Yeah.
get there. And
Yep.
so I said, the this Facebook stat that I got, that I came up with in my head was, uh, whenever you see somebody successful, what you're seeing is grace under fire, and everybody sees the grace, but nobody sees the fire. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so they think that oh, this easy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Oh,
easy. You
that's
make it look easy. You just jump on. You know, bro. They don't see you running in the door, stuffing food down your mouth
but
on
sometimes they do see it.
yeah, sometimes they do say it,
Sometimes
but they
they
don't
do see it.
understand that's because not because you fat, because you ain't ate, bro. You've been at work all day. You ran in
Yeah.
this mug and started the show. When do you even have time, bro, to book? You said I booked the talent. Like when? You gotta be at, on the side of your job on your lunch breaks or something like, hey yo, man, you coming on Tuesday? All right, we good. All right, I
Yep.
gotta go back.
Yep. Yep. I
That's
reach out to people. People reach out to me. Um, I network at places. So when we go to events, I network with people. People walk up, they want to holler at me, want to get on the show. Um, so that's really how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's really, I get at people whenever they're available. You
yeah.
know, we ain't Hollywood here. We regular people. You know, we're regular. I try to keep that like close to heart. We regular people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We doing what
Yeah.
we do, but we regular folks. We try to keep it regular. We try to keep it normal. Uh,
Yeah.
so we're pretty easy and accessible. We're not hard to get in touch with. So
Right.
it's not hard to get people that want to come on the show. It's not hard to communicate that. And when people lock in, they lock in. Once they get to lock in, we cool.
It's you would say that it's not hard to get people on the show?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Really? Really? Or to catch up with people sometimes?
Every now and then, because people are busy, but for the most part, when people want to come on with us, they already kind of know, you know, that they're available to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. They probably a little excited. Are these people that you already know, or people that you like? How does that work?
sometimes it's people that we know.
Okay.
Sometimes it's people that we don't know that'll reach out and say, "Hey, I met you some weeks ago, or I met you at this event, or I see you guys been doing this, been doing that." A lot of times they're associated with other artists. Artists are in
Right.
the community, so word gets around. Sometimes people who may not be locked in with us may be in the network or maybe in other networks, but are connected. It's a small place. Once you start really getting around and working with people, um, Chicago, this whole little industry thing is small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
not hard to reach out and connect with folks and solidify, I guess, getting on the show.
I'm starting to realize, man, that everybody does know. It's smaller than you think because, like, just like me, you, and my cousin was just talking
Hmm.
before the show, man, and he was like, "Man, I know this guy." He's like, "Man, that's my cousin." Like, he
Hmm.
doing,
Yep,
my cousin, y'all, life coach Jeff. He's doing y'all look out for him, man. Follow Redirect, Regroup, Refocus on Facebook, YouTube. He has a podcast, but they're doing a party on a rooftop in Chicago. I'll put up the banner probably next week and on next week's show because I don't have the banner on here now. But uh, yeah, bro, like you knew him. You said that's your cousin, right?
that's
Or
my
ex wife?
son. That's my
Yeah,
baby. I hate to say baby mother. That's my son's mom's
right,
cousin.
right.
But trying to actually get him on the show. But it's scheduled and everything. So, in the vein of what we were just saying about booking guests,
Yeah,
sometimes the schedule just doesn't line up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But to show you how small the world is, you meet a Nikki Spiller, I meet a Nikki Spiller, right? Now we connect. You got a cousin that's going to an event somewhere downtown. I had no clue where it was going. I had no information other than it was downtown. And the
right,
first name I spit out is the same place he was going.
right, right.
That's not that's not an accident.
Nah,
Like I
nah,
don't
it's
meet
not.
people. Me personally in my life, I don't meet people by accident.
Yeah,
So I literally walk through my life trying to figure out what this person's purpose is in my life. Like I'm like, what's your
yeah,
purpose? So what's
yeah,
the purpose of me and you meeting? What's the
yeah.
purpose of me and Nikki meeting? What's the purpose of me and Monix meeting? What's the purpose of me meeting anybody?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me in my life, it has significance. there's always a reason why I end up in somebody's life, why somebody ends up in my life. Always.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like whenever we had these talks, man, like you provoke thoughts, man, and it's like, yeah, bro, you're right. Like I do that too. I guess I do it after the fact most of the time. Like
Hmm.
it's some terrible people that have come into my life, but they still served a purpose, man. It's like people like the terrible ones that I have met, man. At some point in time, they brought something out of me that I didn't even know was there, and I was either able to slay it, or I'm still dealing with it, or it's something that God knows that I had to face, and I wouldn't have done it on my own. So I had to meet this terrible person to bring this out for
Hmm.
me to face this, for me to get better, and then I
Yep.
keep it moving, and then them same people will fall off. They're just you just rolling through the plane, and what I have to do is allow those people to fall off. A lot of
Yeah.
times, man, I be trying to hold on to people, man, no matter how like they have done me dirty, and I still like trying to look at the give them the benefit of the
Hmm.
doubt and get. Man, I have lost so much. I haven't lost time, but I've wasted so much time with people that they know that they don't serve you well. You just I got to understand they don't serve me well, you know.
That is
So
the honest to God truth. And I've had the same issue where you just you want to see the good in people. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the good in people. And you've seen the glimpses of them being good. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? You know people can be better,
Yeah,
but you got to believe the bad side too. You know, because that's real. That's real too. They're choosing
yeah,
that side as well.
yeah,
So, yeah, I'm with you on that.
yeah. One thing, man, the grace of God, man, that has been shown to me is that it seems like every time I meet somebody bad, I meet somebody two times better the opposite way. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
if they bad on this side of the spectrum, I meet somebody on this side of the spectrum that's not just as good as that person was bad. They like twice that. So,
Hmm.
as people fall off, I meet a Dennis, I meet a Monix, I meet a Nikki, I meet a Tiffany, who is Tiffany of Tiffany's Closet, man, is just so dope to me, bro. We talk
Yeah, shout out to
all the
Tiffany's
time.
Closet,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to
Shout out
Nikki
to Tiffany's
Sleek
Closet,
Designs,
man.
man. Shout out to Rose Design Services.
Yeah, Rose Designs,
Shout out
man.
to our
Another,
resident
yeah.
SBOs, baby.
Man, man, run it down, bro. Let me shut up, man. Run it down, because you all the is that all of them, all the resident SBOs?
That's all of them. We only got three. That's all
The
of them.
collective. What about the collective? Trosh and
They're not resident SBOs. That's a whole another movement. But shout out
okay.
to the collective too. Speaking of dope artists, shout out to the collective. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of that, yeah, I
Uh,
just talked to Cash Go Crazy earlier today.
that's my secret girlfriend, bro. So this is
And we're gonna have to fight for it, bro.
right. She's so dope to me,
Me, you,
man.
and 300 other dudes. So,
Right,
you
right. Well, I gotta like somebody everybody else like.
know what I'm saying?
No, but she's dope, man. Trost,
Yeah.
bro, like, and then what
Trost, Treble.
Treble, man. I haven't
Yeah,
really got to speak to Treble, man. But from
yeah.
again, man, these people, I I'm starting to trust the good people that other good people hang out with.
Treble, Treble is if you think Monix is he's another Monix.
Oh God,
Treble's another
really,
Monix. Now
really,
Treble a low baller, but Treble is very he's got a great story. I got a lot of respect for these people, and it's another thing too. Like I said earlier about us trying to be authentic, we
Mhm.
can't like everybody, and it's not our job to make everybody like us. So it's not about
Yeah,
kissing ass. It's
yep,
not about anything like that. I
yep.
don't kiss nobody's ass.
Nah, I can't.
I don't got no time for it. I
I
don't give a
can't.
shit about
I
being
don't have it
liked.
in me.
Yeah, I for real. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about being liked. I don't care
Hmm.
about none of that. I'm not in
Hmm.
competition with nobody.
Yeah.
I can respect other people's gifts, all of that. So the people that we are talking about and the artists that we deal with, we really, really do respect them as people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They have
Right.
journeys, they got lives outside of the music. You know what I'm saying? That really adds to what we see from the music side.
Yeah.
Like a Trouble. You know,
Yeah.
Trouble's got heart issues as well.
Oh, really?
Hey, see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
never know it. You
No.
never know it because he performs at a high level. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Um, so that's just an example of some of the things that people are going through behind the music. And
Hmm.
so one of the things that makes Shop Talk 7, I think, special is that when artists come here, when people come here, we get behind the music.
Yeah.
We don't just come here and do the typical, hey, what's your single? Who's your influences? You
Right.
know, top five, top 10 typical shit. We don't get into that shit. We want to know how you think. You know, how
Right.
you feel. What are the like? You'll hear me ask questions a lot. You know, what have you sacrificed? You know, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
I ask all the artists. You know, what do you see when you create? What's your creating
Yeah.
method? What's your creating pattern? What do you see when you're putting words together? When you're putting songs together? When you're putting your projects together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's part of what we do here is just try to keep it authentic.
Okay.
So
Well, when do you have time, bro, to put together your graphics and stuff like that, man?
we work with
Like,
Nikki.
okay,
Nikki Spiller of Nikki Sleek Designs.
right.
Shout out to Nikki Sleek Designs.
Shout out to Nikki.
You had her
Yeah.
on your show last week. Shout out
Yes.
to Nikki. You know what I'm saying? Part of the team, man. And again, this is an example of part of what I tried to bring to the table is we needed a team. We needed
Yeah.
to look better. Um, we needed to connect with small businesses so that we could um, try to give back.
Hmm.
We needed to connect with artists in a better way, in a more authentic way. That wasn't just trying to hit their pockets, or trying to just usher them in and usher them out. You know what I'm saying? We want to create an environment where we can enjoy ourselves and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, and anybody else who can come and enjoy themselves and have a good time. A place where
Yo,
maybe we could bring interns. You know, a
right. Yeah.
place that
Oh,
would
that's
be,
dope. Yeah.
a place that would be
Each one
attractive
teach one.
to
Yeah.
businesses. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
things of that nature. So it's been a
Speaking
work in
of
progress.
enjoying ourselves, man, like man, I hate that you can't see a lot of this on your end, but after every show, bro, like it's a thing, and I see that it's a thing, man. I love it, bro. We take pictures while I'm about to throw up ours that
Oh
we had.
yeah.
That's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
that's
yeah. Again, things that weren't
Mr.
a thing when I started.
Yeah,
But as we were able to build, it's like we have, listen, we got to do this. Somebody needs to take pictures. I started taking the picture. That's how it started. You know, just things that we needed to do to try to make the show a little bit better.
yeah,
I have this saying: add value.
yes,
Always try to add value wherever you go. That's one thing I learned from my
yes,
mom. Find a
yes,
way to add value. Most
yes,
people just want to look for the value to be added to them instead of looking to
yes,
how they can actually come into a place and
yeah,
add value.
yeah.
So whenever you do that, you start to find ways that you can affect the game.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do when I got into this, We was laughing, man, because I got into this network, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, what do I need to do? Because I seen y'all moving, man, and you was like, bro, like it's like you here. And like it's like every time I see you, I'm like, bro, what do I need to do to like be in this network? You like, bro, we not gonna jump you, we not gonna stab you, we not gonna shoot you. You ain't get
Right,
this. This ain't blood in, blood out, G. Like
right.
you
You know what I'm
you
saying?
good.
We don't need a blood sacrifice and shit. You ain't got to
Right,
sacrifice a virgin. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You got to go rob nobody. We don't need you to do a hit. We
right.
good.
Right. So what you saying that, man, I never want to be, bro. I live my life kind of like you live yours, man. And I never want to be the one, this that I hook my hitch up to the back of the bus and I'm
Just
rolling, you
dragging
know
it.
what I mean? Ain't paying
Yeah,
for no gas. Matter of
yeah.
fact, I'm adding more weight to you. So
Hmm.
since I hooked up to you, you paying
Hmm.
for the extra gas. No, bro, I want to be the one that's putting a little bit in the tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I try to everywhere I go, I try to add value. I try to look for people. I told you about a young lady I met the other day, man, and she's dope freestyler, dope rapper, man. I say, hey, man, check her out. She's local, but she's
Hmm.
talented. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and I try to do that, man. I live it. I live it like that. I live it like that because I feel terrible, man. So, dude, I don't see how some people don't feel terrible, man. They don't even care, bro. They just hangers on. Like,
Hmm.
they love to drop their hitch on somebody, man, and just be a burden.
They comfortable. I'm not
Yeah,
comfortable like that. That makes me
yeah,
very uncomfortable.
yeah.
So when I got here, one, knowing that he was just coming out of the hospital, I wanted to help out a little bit more. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I wanted to take some of the stress off of him. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing some of the things that, I saw needed to be done.
Yeah,
Um, and that just turned into, picking up more things and picking up more things. And it was like, okay, we can grow this thing. Let's grow this.
right.
And, we just started to kind of think outside of the box. Um, and yeah, it's bloomed from there, man.
Yeah. And it's so dope, man. Like this Shot Blizz, bro. Let's talk about Shot Blizz for a second,
Shout out to
man. Like,
Shop Liz, man.
bro,
Crown holder.
tell us a little bit about her. I know him, man. Like, bro, I was starstruck because like Shot Blizz, man, that's the name I didn't heard on the radio since, I was a shorty, man. Chablis don't even look that old, bro. Dude's
He
hilarious,
our
man.
age.
He's
He-
professional.
yeah, he look like he a little older than us. He like a couple years older than us, man.
Yeah, but he just
Yeah,
been doing it, I guess, since he was young, you know. So
yeah. Shot Bliss has been in the
he might have
game.
been, yeah, like you said, just a couple years older, but he
Yeah.
been doing it for so long, man. I've heard his name
Mm-hmm.
around before I even got in the media space. I heard his name on, I think, Power 92. What stations has he been
Yeah.
on?
I
Yeah,
think he's been on GCI. I know he's
yeah,
been on 92.3, Power 92.
right.
Right now, he's also on 106.3 FM with the Ownership Club as well.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay,
he is definitely seasoned in this game.
yeah,
Most definitely
it,
seasoned in this game.
yeah,
Um, I don't. I just met Shot Blizz a year ago, so I'm still getting to know
really,
Blizz. But I believe me and Blizz have built a rapport and a connection over the time that I've been here. He's
yeah.
an Aries as well, so
Oh,
we
really?
rock on that. We rock on that
Oh,
level
he is.
real easy, real easy. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of similar traits between me and him. So it's been none but love, none but respect. Um, he offered me a position on the management team, which I'm very very grateful for. Um, he's just a dope individual, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
like I said, he got a lot of experience. He got his hands in a lot of bags. Um, he doing a lot of things, man. We got my radio, Houston opening up. Um,
You don't see it, but I got my radio Chicago's right smack dab across us right now,
you know what I'm
because
saying?
that's
My radio
yeah,
Chicago
yeah,
is booming. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So yeah, dude, it's cracking, man. It's cracking. And shout out to Blizz, by the way, man. He just offered us syndication, dude. So gotta shout out to Blizz, man. Yeah. So we're gonna
Bro.
be we'll be in. There's also My Radio Phoenix as well. So
Okay.
our shows will be one of the shows played in My Radio Phoenix, My Radio Houston. There's the SDRC network. So we'll be pumped across all the platforms, all the networks.
Okay, bro, that's so dope, man. That's so dope, and that's what I'm talking about, man. I want it.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, man, what can I do? Because when you get into a network that you see people moving, man, you just want to do something to help, so you can go along for that ride with them, man. I tell you, bro, something that really hit me, and I'm sure, man, you can speak on the same thing, but you know, hearing a shot blizz, and then now all of a sudden, I just started doing this a year ago, man. Decided to network this year. Now I'm sitting in the studio with him, and then to sit on a panel and to watch him come out and he's shaking his head, giving you the nod of approval, like, yo, bro, that show was dope that y'all just did. And I'm sitting on the panel with y'all, man. I'm looking like little brother, just kind of sitting off to the side, but just to be there with a legend like him, man, to sit there and say, like, hey, that was a good show. Just the
Hmm.
nod of approval was enough for me, man, to say, like, bro, that's cool, man. Thank you. Thank you. And
It
I was
is.
just a part of it. I'm just happy to be there.
It
But
really is, and I
yeah,
don't take it for granted. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I said, I really try to figure out why I meet the people I meet,
Mm,
and a pattern that I see in my life is I never end up places I'm not supposed to be.
mm-hmm.
I always end up where I'm supposed to be, even when I feel like I'm not supposed to be there. Even
Yeah,
when I feel like I'm underqualified,
yeah,
um, I'm under skilled. I always end up where I'm supposed to be.
yeah.
So, to your point, to be on the show, he's done that many shows.
Mhm.
What I'm saying, he'll sit back and he'll sit at the table and just watch the show from the side.
Yeah,
What I'm saying, sometimes he'll come and sit on the couch and watch the show. Sometimes
yeah,
he'll be watching the show from the other room. What I'm saying? So, um, to hear him give a nod, what I'm saying, to what we're doing here, and to give us respect and give us kudos for it, and giving us the offer to put us to 5 nights a week, and you know, having the confidence that we can hold that down,
yeah,
and not just hold that down, but build it, grow it
yeah,
out,
yeah,
and blow it out like it is.
yeah,
Much respect to him, man. Much
yeah,
respect to him.
bro. And then put you on syndication on top of that, man. He's not just saying it. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
he's that man. Me and you talked about that, bro. That just opens it up. Like y'all just started in Houston, bro. It's not to say that Chicago's banging with rappers, bro, and talent, but Houston, bro, you opening up a whole nother market of dope talent, man.
And you
Dope
see how we
talent,
rock
bro.
with the local artists here.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what we're doing here is more than just getting in front of a camera, talking some shit, playing some music. We are creating pipeline or we're creating the next pipeline for Chicago artists.
Hmm.
You know, like we were talking earlier about somebody documenting it. We're going to be part of that story.
Yeah.
We're going to be part of that narrative. You know, so
Yeah.
when one of these artists that hit it big, part of their story is going to be Shop Talk 7,
Yeah. Yeah.
My
I used
Radio
to be in the shop.
Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I came through the shop. They used to play our shit. My Radio Chicago played our shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Showed us mad love, mad respect. Got our shit out here to, you know what I'm saying, to at least Chicago.
Yeah.
Let alone what we doing in Houston, let alone what we doing in Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those are solid pipelines to music and artists and venues, producers. We're talking production wise in terms of videographers and editors and all kinds of shit, though. All
Yeah.
kinds of shit.
Bro, you if you blink, you'll miss the extraordinary people in front of your face. As I sometimes, man, I'm telling you, bro, the reason I even started this is because you can be in a room with people, man, and everybody else passes by.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden you're like, hey man, who are you? You know what I mean? It was a cat, man. I always tell the story. My man Glenn. I would always go in this bar when I was working next door at One Chicago,
Hmm.
and the bar was gosh man, how did I forget the name of the bar? But it was a world renowned type bar, man. Like Guy Fieri had been in there. Like cats used to come in there all the time. My man Danny was the owner, old Italian dude, man, and just cool. Nobody else listened to him. I would hear some of the stuff that coming out of his mouth that people would say, they wouldn't even think about it, and I just actually would have to fact check him on it. Like, Danny, did you just say what I think you said? Like, he told me it opened up, man. Like, started talking to him, and he said something about like we was talking about the Tyson Lennox Lewis fight, and my man was like, "Yeah, I sat on the fifth row," and everybody else just skated right past that, and so they kept talking. I was like, "Hold on, man." I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"Bro, you
Wait.
didn't
Hold
sit
on.
on no fifth
Wait,
row."
wait,
He's like,
wait.
"I
What,
did."
what you mean you sat on the fifth row of the
Right,
Tyson
right,
fight?
right.
Yeah. What you talking
And
about? You sat on the front.
bro,
Yeah, what you
opening
talking
up the
about?
story, man, it was he got a crazy story, bro. Book been written about him, and then it got me to talking to this other cat, Glenn, man, and that used to hang out in there. Nobody even said what's up to him to a certain extent. He was just a dude in the corner, always dressed nice. I always noticed the way people like present themselves to the world, and so he was dressed nice, man. And I was like, I would just say what's up to him every day. Just being just naturally human, bro. Of course, I'm gonna say
Hmm.
hi. Like everybody else walk past you. Every human deserves that. you know,
Right. You
even the
know what I'm
bad
saying?
ones. right. And so dude, I would see him and I would talk to him all the time. And then it was an event that was held at that bar, and Jesse Jackson was there, bro, and his family. so m- yeah, Jesse Jackson, and mostly everybody in this place is black and brown. And so then I roll in there because somebody had told me to come through, and I was like, "Yo, man, it's a lot of money in here." I was like, "There's lot of politicians." I was like, "Dude, what am I doing here?" Like, like you said, I guess I should have been like, "Man, this is where I belong." But bro, I wasn't
Hmm.
at that point then. I was like, "Man, what am I doing here?" And lo and behold, out of all these people, Glenn was in the middle of it. I was like,
Your
I'm looking
homeboy
at him like,
Glenn.
bro, what are you doing here? Like, he's like, oh, I put this together. I said, what?
See, see, see,
Yeah.
see.
Ordinary people, man. You walk past them, I swear if you
Hmm.
blink, man, you'll
Man.
pass by some extraordinary people, man.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been I wanna hit this clip before we get out. Can you tell everybody what your social media is?
You can catch me on get this underscore D uh, on IG, man. And you can catch me at D Smith period on Facebook. Also check out my page, Get This D with D Smith. That's also on Facebook. Yeah, catch me on Shop Talk 7, man. Mondays through Fridays, 7 to 9 p.m. on My Radio Chicago. SDR Support District Radio Network. Catch us on Roku app. We're on the Roku app now. Ain't no excuses. Y'all can catch us on StreamYard. You can catch us on Facebook. You can catch us on YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel as well. We
Yeah,
got a YouTube channel, so ain't no excuses. You can check us out on YouTube, and you
I'm
can also check us
subscribed.
out on the Roku app.
That's what's up, man. Y'all
Yeah.
check this clip out, man, before we get out of here. This is just me in the background again, so I just here we go.
We all us brothers, we got, and y'all blessed with this to do this. But I'm y'all brother. Whatever y'all got going on, I got going on. I might can't get on here and do what y'all doing. I'm supporting whatever bro them going on. My stuff gonna be a reflection of y'all. Whatever y'all got going on every episode, I'm putting it up there. It doesn't cost me no money.
Now you don't really gotta. You
Man,
don't
that's
really
good
gotta
shit,
answer
dude.
this much.
Appreciate
You
you,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh, no problem, man. No
What's
problem, bro. Man, I
appreciate you.
really, bro, thank you for coming on, man. Y'all check me out next week, man. I'm gonna try to get Monix on here next week, man. I know,
Oh yeah,
he VIP, he hard to catch up with.
that's gonna be a much doper interview, people. Trust me.
No, bro, I love this,
Trust
man.
me. That
I
interview is
love,
gonna be much doper than this one. This was cool. Bonus is gonna be much doper.
bro, this was dope to me, man. This was dope to me, man, because I love just sitting down, bro, talking to you, man, and picking your brain and like hearing like you never know who you touch or who you gonna touch, or like some of the words that you said, man, how real they are, and how they can affect somebody's life and affect them positively.
But
So you
dude,
never know that, bro. This was dope to me, man. I'm sure though
dude,
that was gonna be just as dope, but for me, this was just as good, man. This is just
I,
as good as like my biggest interviews, just to sit down with somebody who has a brain, bro, and just like throw out ideas, man, and can tell a story. It's dope to me. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro.
yes sir,
Appreciate
I
you. I'm
appreciate
coming through the
that.
shop this week too.
Absolutely, come through. You already know.
Yeah.
You got a
Yeah.
wristband, bro. You got a wristband. You good.
All right. I got my wristband. I ain't got to get beat up no more when I come through
Nah,
the
you
door.
good. You got to kill nobody no more. You
Right.
got to rob nobody no more. You
Cool.
win. You good.
Cool. Hey, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Being
Peace.
Yes, sir. Bro, I swear. Technical difficulties really be getting on my nerves.
It
All right,
happens,
y'all.
bro.
We just gonna go.
Yeah, it
See y'all
happens,
next
man.
week.
It happens.